allow the two children to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This man not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Aha, now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, my ego. You go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we laugh, oh yo yo.
Hello there. So, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. So, thank you once again for joining me. Remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends and then your not so friendly friends and tell them to join us. The Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. Now, this is going to be politics first. As much as so many of you are neither here nor there when it comes to this year 2027 charade. So many of us have seen the technicalities of why it is going to be a pure waste of time, waste of resources, and then possibly waste of lives that always very much corroborate what they call their charm every 4 years, election, the ritual. So right now, the Tinubu's gang have succeeded in pushing the opposition to almost a state of kind of like a precipice where they couldn't, by any means, coordinate themselves enough to give you an impression that they are in position to confront Kolu in 2027. So they celebrate it. There's barely any political party in Nigeria today that has no faction, no thanks to this APC, Egbekegbe, and they are not hiding it. I mean, take a look at their ADC, where they want to do their coalition. It is believed that a section negotiated, right, that their platform could be used for their coalition. Assuming, okay. However, another faction felt like, you know what, no, that's not going to happen because they would rather just endorse Kolu. In fact, they have actually endorsed Kolu openly as their own candidate, meaning they are going to run in contrast to whatever the coalition thought they were planning. Labour Party is struggling with their own. So is PDP and many of them. So they celebrate this as being a genius, a strategist. They said that Tinubu is a political strategist. Now, the political strategists that have succeeded in pushing the supposed political opponent into a single platform and still very much scared of them congregating there. So there is a guy called Abejide. Well, he's been like, a long-time member of the ADC before this coalitionist joined them. And he's an open supporter of APC, even though he's in the ADC. So when this guy read, he said, no, they were going to go to court. And in fact, Daid Mark should not be recognized, or Daid Mark's group should never be recognized as the authentic ADC executive. Their prayer or their court cases led to the listing of Daid Mark from INEC. I'm giving you the backstory. Okay, so there are those who have defended Tinubu's regime by saying, why are they blaming Tinubu for all of what is happening in their own political party? If they can manage their own group, they can manage, if they can manage their political parties, how then are you sure that they will be able to manage Nigeria? A kind of, an after sort of, right? When people are intentionally being mischievous in a way, we all know the game is to make sure that everybody supports Tinubu. Any group that is not on board is going to have their own faction, any and every group. So if you go to the office of the supposed ADC stalwarts, Abejide, you get to see this massive picture of a Kolu there in his supposed office. Okay, not office like his campaign office. So it's not hiding it. The ADC, this ADC was supposed to be supporting Kolu. How dare they now kind of made a deal with the coalitionists? Now, this confusion and all that, all right, in the background, in fact, in the open, right, the Tinubu's gang are not really like hiding it. They are openly telling everybody who get to listen, right, that they are those funding all of this factionalization of opposition parties because they are so afraid of them. There is a comfort around that, right? So Gbajabiamole, who happened to be the chief of staff, a guy that has managed for some time now, right, to keep himself out of, the power kind of like a display out there, sort of. Gbajabiamole is the engine room of the Kolu's government. He is the guy behind every hire and every sort of like mission pushed out there. Just for your information, okay? So he attended a program organized by Abejide, the guy who is currently claiming to be, a leader of ADC, so to say. And then he told him, he said, you know what, we love what you're doing, guys. You're a fighter. The last time when Kolu spoke on this, it was when he hosted this renewed ambassadors a few days ago, right? When Kolu said, Atiku is known to have been so good in privatizing the national assets without profit. And he went as far as saying Atifku and his group are trying to privatize somebody else's political party. And now there is a fight. That's exactly what Gbajabiamole kind of like reiterate, you know, at that meeting. What he said was that we love what you're doing. Stay in ADC, don't join APC, stay there and fight. Because the more they remain in court, better for Kolu. Because right now, there is another kind of like a fight of who is going to be the candidate. We spoke on that one yesterday, but here, just this past weekend. But yeah.
For a man to, I keep saying people when I talk about him, that for a man to contest an election in a place like Ogun East, where elections are fierce, and to contest under a platform of a relatively unknown party, ADC, and to win back to back to back, it tells you who that man is. Not when he won the first time, he came as a sole ADC candidate to the House. 4 years later, he went back to Kogi. He brought somebody else for the ADC. Honorable Abejide, I know you to be a committed party man. I know you to be a fighter. I know you to be someone who does not like to be cheated. So please, my charge to you is to stay in that same ADC. Fight them. Scatter them. Hold on to your party, ADC. Do not allow them. We like what you are doing. Continue. Don't mind them go. The former governor said that you should come and join ADC. No. Stay in ADC. Win your re-election in ADC as you will. Bring Gombe, what's his name again? Bala Gombe. Bring him. We will support him. Bring him. Do the right thing. You are a fighter. Do the right thing. Nobody can come and take your party away from you. A party that you built up for years with your sweat and your money and everything. No. Continue. Good luck in court. So I honestly, I just said that as an aside. I know you're fighting on principle. I know that you will continue to do what is right, because that is how you've lived your life. You've lived your life. For a man to
keep going, keep fighting. We are behind you. Bring us Nafiu Bala, or what is his name again? Yeah, Nafiu Bala Gombe. Bring him. We will support you. Like, here you get. Openly. Not like that's going to be their first time of actually meeting or running things, right? But don't worry, guys, we are with you. Don't let them form any coalition on your party. Fight them, scatter them. So that Kolu would have no real opposition by 2027. And you can't blame him, as people will tell you, you can't blame him. They control the court. The court that has been like giving out ridiculous kind of like judgments on this their political party wahala. Do you know that Labour Party is going back to Supreme Court again? Yeah, that's a conversation for another time. Bala Muhammad, Nafiu Bala, right, said, yeah, it was part of the coalition talk, but they deceived him. And because they deceived him to be part of the coalition, so he decided to pull out. Initially, he said it forged his signature. The guy can't even really win any sentence in English language. The national chairman or the self-acclaimed national chairman of ADC.
They are very adamant regarding following the due process, especially implementing the sections of your party's constitution. We have the longest serving Senate president, which is Daid Mark, in Nigeria's history. We have the former governors. We have former Governor Rotimi Amechi. We have former vice president Atiku Abubakar and a host of others, Aminu Tembowa. And you doesn't have much worth in politics. I'm sure when Atiku Abubakar was the vice president, you must have not. Maybe you are still learning how to play politics in Gombe State. What is pushing you? What is giving you that confidence to fight the mighty?
Wayannan mutane sun yi shekaran jiya, sun yi jiya, sun yi yau gobe Atiku Abubakar ya shekara 16 a PDP suka zo suka wargaza PDP suka tafi APC suka fomin APC suka yi ATS ba su karisa ba suka sake dawa PDP suna ta yin gobe su buga talaka jibi su buga nan to wayannan sun yi shekara 70 daga mai shekara 70 sai 80 sai 90 su suka lalata kasar nan menene yau ya ba su confidence cewa za su shigo jam'iyyar ADC an lalata Najeriya su waye suka lalata Najeriya su ne wayannan mutane suna wasa da hankalin talaka suna wasa da hankalin 'yan Najeriya wayannan mutane idonmu ya bude dole mu taso mu musu ritaya a siyasa ko suna so ko ba sa so su haƙura Atiku ya turo Adamu ɗansa Rufa'i ya turo ɗansa Bello Daid Mark ya tafi ya je turo Esa member na reps ce ta zo ta mu yi siyasa amma ka zo ka shekara kana da all friend kun lalata Najeriya ku zo a shi yasa na samu confidence this is the right time matasa 'yan uwana na faɗa ADC daga wadda ya wuce 55 years ba zai takara cikin ta ba ko shi waye this is the right time da za mu taso matasa mu gyara Najeriya.
Who did this thing to us? May God forgive all of us.
Right.
That's Nofi Balagumbi. He doesn't speak English per se. And then until now, he's practically like unknown. However, he is known now because he's got his own convoy, sleeps in the top hotels in Abuja, and I'm talking about having his own DSS security guys who are now protecting him from the mighty. So part of the questions, now listen to me here. Somebody like me can be, I don't know, like you can regard me or refer to me as a pessimist. I am not. I'm not a pessimist per se. I'm probably just a realist. I have been around for a while, and most of what I have learned about the Nigerian politics, as well as the criminals that currently operate within that space, is that Nigeria has no pathway to greatness as long as this false amalgamation continue to exist. It's got no pathway to any greatness. No election. You continue to see characters, questionable characters, who are always going to continue to occupy your political space. And they're always going to be, they're always going to remain the options before you. You're always going to be presented with the worst of the worst and the worst. Because when you take a look at some of the technical, or should we call it technicalities of their politics, as well as their elections, which culminate into their governance or their government, successive governments. If you take all of the patterns, you will agree with me that eventually that Nigeria has no pathway to greatness. Nigerians have no power. I don't think they ever had that power to choose their own leaders at all levels. They never really had that power. There's always this force or these forces pulling the string and determining the outcome of every of their exercise. But the older you become, if you pay attention, the clearer the whole thing will be to you. Yeah. Your elections are organized by career criminals. And if you pay attention very well, it all starts from the beneficiaries of the same corrupt electoral process called national lawmakers. The ones who are supposed to actually be the most powerful of all kind of organs of government, so to say, or arms of government. They are supposed to be the most powerful lawmakers. They are those who have the power to make laws, the ones that the executive will have to implement, as well as the judiciary would have to interpret. If any of them couldn't work any of the laws, they would send them back to these lawmakers. And if the executive says, oh, they are not kind of like assenting to any law, the National Assembly or the lawmakers are so powerful that they can veto that executive and still pass that law and make that executive operate it. And when you now take a look at the legislations that is guiding your elections, starting from the appointment of who is your INEC chairman, or all these guys, state recs, the ones who organized or count your votes. I was just like this, little boy, since when I realized that in this life, those who are voting, who are supposed to actually be the most important part of the electoral process, voters, they are not the most important, especially in a corrupt system like that of Nigeria. Voters are not important. The most important people are those who will count the votes and then announce the results. They are the most powerful people. And it is the system that made them so. And guess what? The people have no real say or control on how those people emerge. The process that kind of produces them, right, is so laced with corruption, right, that criminals who benefited from it now, they will now be in charge of that same process next time, appointing all these questionable characters to undo this kind of a very important process. Meanwhile, the legislators who are meant to make the laws that will guide the process compromised. Because if they should do the right thing, 99% of them will end up in jail. I mean, if not 100% of them, they will end up in jail. So therefore, they skewed the law, bent it, and made it look like it's actually the best they could give you. Meanwhile, that means they laid the foundation for the rigging to come. All the technicalities, all the judicial abracadabra that will follow, they are just part of the whole script. So when you now take a look at what they have done so far, I mean, in their electoral process, wherever, you are dealing with political parties that have been so fragmented, factionalized, because the executives, ones in government, are funding these divisions in their own interest. And the political parties are not protected by law in Nigeria, not by court, not by law. It is all, oh dear, like the Ankara market, sort of, okay? So it is in the midst of this whole confusion, no clear-cut legislation on their electoral act or their election, okay? No clear nothing, no real changes. Just the same abracadabra. And then everyone will feel like, okay, yeah, what we are asking for is a free and fair election. How do you get free and fair election when the election is already rigged before the first ballot is casted? That's exactly what your 2027 is all about. And because of that, people like me, I am Mayegun, and this is Mayegun's diary political, meaning when I have time like this, I have to keep recording the happenings in the political space of Nigeria. Maybe not for us now, maybe for posterity, for those who are coming after us. They will come around and get to know that when they are talking about Nigeria politics, okay, they will not just kind of like use a blanket statement to say, all this bad, no, they will get to know the names and the roles everyone played at what sign and when. That's what Mayegun's diary political is all about. But in reality, I have said it many times, okay, you do not have a country that recognizes your importance and your value enough that the people that have frequently like appeared in the definition of democracy, right? You are supposed to be the most important. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. People. Sure, you get. So you don't have a nation that recognizes your value. Therefore, placing that value on you enough to say your one single vote could change the fortune of the entire political party. You have no real value in that sense. And then you are preparing to go and get PVC. I mean, so that's why somebody like me don't believe in your elections, and I won't promote it, but I will report it so that we can see how long everybody will fool themselves until they tell themselves the truth. Election in Nigeria is just about the best riggers, or how they could put it, let the best rigger win, so that whichever of them that rig themselves are win, right? You get to know that it is not because people voted for them. They owe people nothing. Just like Tinubu and his gang are doing. They don't owe you anything. They know your elections don't determine who becomes what. No. They may give you that illusion of, yeah, we are going to vote them out. We are going to stop deluding yourself. Take a look at the process that you are going to participate in and tell me how you are going to beat that. You can't. No, you can't. But yeah, people are gearing up, getting ready. Some are even educating other people on the streets to let them know that Tinubu must go and get your voters card, blah, blah, blah. And the question is, okay, when you get that, and Tinubu is working to decimate the political parties, and I've been screaming about this for like about 2 years now. I mean, they're so disorganized. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? If they actually meant to get rid of the APC, they won't have to find themselves in, well, in a political party that is just an offshoot of the APC. Most of their mushroom political parties in Nigeria, right? They are mostly offshoot of the ruling party. The INEC is never going to register you as a new political party because, yeah, you know why. And yet, the people that want to dislodge APC, they can't mobilize 1 million of the Nigerians they want to rescue. Demand for an automatic change in this whole rigged system before they will participate in any elections. They don't even have the balls to do that. You hear me? Tinubu's policies have wrecked Nigeria, wrecked Nigerians, impoverished more of them. It is so obvious, but guess what? They do not even have the balls, okay, to mobilize the whole country and demand a reversal of a policy that they know affects millions of people. They don't even have it. But when INEC removed their name from INEC list, suddenly they wanted to protest because, yeah, the INEC is not going to let us participate in this election because we want to rescue Nigeria. Then they wanted Nigerians to come out and tell INEC to put their name back. This is my own, this is a pure waste of time. I'm here to record that, okay? So young people who are indeed tired, they form the base of the real opposition to the APC, Egbekebe's government, if we are being honest. Young people. A lot of them who believe that a decade has been stolen from them by this APC, Egbekebe's misgovernance. A decade, 11 years unplanned, 11 years retrogression. So they wanted something different. They wanted something like, you know, because of this, they are counting on the supposed opposition to figure it out. So that when they go out like this to convince people that Tinubu must go, then go for who? Watch this. This was recorded there in Lagos while they are doing the street awareness. Tinubu must go.
To develop both themselves and their children. They have abandoned everybody. They just they draw for themselves. And see, the North, see, there's no part of Nigeria that is as rich as the North. No part of Nigeria is as rich as the North. But their politicians have used poverty to weaponize that place, blind their eyes, deceive them against education, and then they steal their money, they steal their things, they steal everything and send their children abroad. And then the common northern man that he does not deserve to live well. It is a lie.
How will you be a president? You be president for a certain country. You dey sick. You go leave the hospitals waiting for this country. You go travel, go another country, go treat yourself. You know that shit. Like, how can you?
Let me say it in Yoruba. Irú olóṣèlú àwọn ìwà táwọn olóṣèlú wọ̀nyí ń wù gan kò dáa. Báwo ni a ṣe jẹ́ olórí tó o bá ṣàìsàn wàá kúrò ní orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń jọba lé lórí. Wàá lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè míì láti wàá lọ sí wàá lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ lọ́hùn-ún wàá wá padà á jẹ́ pé ẹranko làwọn àbí wàá fà wàá lẹ̀ sí bíbá yìí wàá fò lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè míì.
Insecurity everywhere. Just like 2 days ago. Make I tell you something.
The gate. They are fed. Where is the security?
Where is it?
Budget 68.8 billion. Look at how much they allocate to our security. But the question is that where is the security gone?
Exactly. Now see what they happen. They forgive Boko Haram people. People like us. when they come outside, they fight for Nigeria. Very soon. Money, imagine. Now, see what they happen. My brother. Then they come outside, then they talk say people like us, when they come outside, fight for Nigeria. Then they talk say, make we stop what we do, you know they're good. Then when they arrest some people, but for the same Nigeria, terrorists, Boko Haram, when they go, they kill people, then they forgive them. How? Which reasonable human being will do something like that? They are forgiving terrorists, rehabilitating them, bringing them back into the society. Why no more human beings? When we say they want to make the country work, we that are wanting to do great things to make the country great, then they have the problem with us. But people when say they kill the people for this country, they don't have a problem with them. Why does it have to be like this in Nigeria?
You go graduate from university. Instead of the government to give you opportunity for a good life and a good job, then go carry POS put for your hand. How graduate could they do POS? As a day I be master's holder. If to say I no go find something to do with my life, Nigeria be one make I craze before. Now I make when I beg you now. That your pikin went to university, polytechnic or college of education. If you not do the right thing now, so that this government go stop this nonsense when they do, and they promise you that child go graduate. Oh, ni jẹun ọmọ kò dẹ̀ ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Currently, they say each Nigerian, no. It is Nigerians. People they die for Nigeria, then they keep people. But waiting Tinubu care about na 2027 election. This man a good man, so. No. This is where they happen. You know, good. It's not good. So they show people say, okay, this is what I have done so far. These are the results of my work so far. But you don't get anything good to show. Talk less of great. And the same man once made they re-elect him. Does this man deserve to even become even the local government chairman, talk less of the president?
All the same, we don't see the things when they do. Saying go give Nigerians eyeglass.
Imagine.
Give us eyeglass. Make we use see what it is.
Ìyẹn ló dùn mí jù. Ìjọba ìwọ tó fún lọ́dún mẹ́rin kò ṣòro. Òun sọ fáráàlú pé tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti ríṣẹ́ tí mò ń ṣe.
16 million naira. Now, person go buy him, you go give him to himself and his cronies. But me and you, they go tell us make we dey patient, make we dey manage. We don't manage, we don't become managers without certificate. Now make when I dey beg una now. We don't reach, make we open our eyes. Don't let anybody intimidate you. We are in Nigeria. We be Igbo, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba.
Everybody they suffer. You have to get say call somebody asked that, say, okay, who should the people vote for now? Hey, number one, if you ask me, I'm going to say, do not waste your time in being part of that charade. But I don't think I can convince anybody who wants to be part of it not to, because you know it's easier to say. So if people don't participate now, is that not going to make a call this or that? I was like, well, whether you participate or not, except if you're not really paying attention. You understand? You are going to have election in another, how many months now? 9 months. Do you know that it's about 9 months that you're supposed to have your general election in Nigeria? And right now, there is no standard opposition party that can stand the APC. And I'll tell you, the one that looks like, okay, yeah, maybe if Peter Obi is the candidate of ADC, that, well, okay, hang on. Obi, Atiku, and the rest of them are in ADC, Abi? So which seemed like viable. But just pay attention. What they are doing to them right now, okay, is to put them in so much disarray that by the time they finally choose somebody who is going to be their candidate, they would have been in tatters already. It's just going to be dog eat dog kind of a thing inside. It's not going to be you, no. Then outside, they have to deal with the court. The Supreme Court is saying that they have to accelerate their case. So which means the Supreme Court is expected to decide on their case sometimes this week, or latest by next week. In 2 weeks' time, they are expected to present their candidates. Let me tell you this. In the ADC, I'm sorry, in APC, they seem to be the only ones who are kind of like ready. They had no court case or anything at all. They have managed to, by some of these state governors that gives them the impression that they are in the majority. There's nothing that's going to stop them or whatever, right? There is no clear cut for that of the opposition. Now, if you want to play the game of there are other political parties, that means you are just trying to be clever by half. We are talking about what is actually on the table now. So if you are now want to go and vote for opposition, right? So which of them do you really think is now viable? Which of them? Okay. So that is why I mean, as at now, so my best advice is just going to be, do not waste your time. I know that I can't say that. I can't really convince anybody not to. The last time I did, it didn't end well. People still went on to go and get their fingers burnt. And then they came back and said, oh, you are a prophet. In fact, I said, no, I'm not a prophet. Just pay attention to what is going on. Don't start acting surprised when you start seeing them doing what they normally do. But in this, this time, right, it is even different. Because right now, the opposition themselves, who are mostly like certain, by the time they finally figure it out or so, there are those who are already threatening they were going to leave if they don't get it. The obedient are not going to be wholly behind the issue, this coalition, if Peter Obi is not their candidate. You know that. And there's a chance that if Peter Obi becomes their candidate, in which a lot of people who have been advising him back then, they said he should go and build bridges with these guys. He should team up with all these other experience, blah, 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 blah. Even though half of them are currently like blaming him right now for mixing up with these criminals and all that, okay? However, some of us who believes that this coalition of a thing is so dodgy. It is so dodgy when you look at the characters around it, the main characters around it. And it is so dodgy in the sense that it all looks like a setup to get this Peter Obi and his obedience boxed to a corner and then bury them. Yes, it sounds somehow, right? But there are some of us who believe that something is just weird about this whole coalition thing. Yeah. And in that sense, if Peter Obi becomes their candidate, when you expect this supposed coalitionist to rally around him, give him that support, and he's going to do just 4 years, there are those who believe that, no, rather than for them to rally around him, they will sabotage him because their calculation is that no matter how worse Kolu is, by 2031, the power will come back to them in the north. They can do whatever they want with it. So do you see all this mistrust and distrust behind this whole arrangement? It is expected to manifest very soon. So don't fret it. Okay? Yeah, for the young people, here is the conclusion of their own, what do you call it? Outreach, public outreach. Tinubu must go.
The money tonight, all the money when you gather, it not reach you and your family to take cook pot of soup, make you chop. But them now, then they enjoy themselves like mad. You don't know the kind of enjoyment when these people they jollificate. Then they chop, then they live like, then they enjoy. When they want to travel go UK, they go carry like 500 people just to waste Nigerian money. If they want to go America, they go carry like 100 people just to waste Nigerian money. But the citizens of the country, when get the money, they know they enjoy anything. Person if you send Pikin go school again, you know if you give, you know if you eat your basic amenities, you know if you pay for them again. Somebody go work from Monday to Monday. You go even work on Sunday. At the end of the month, then go pay you salary. Your salary no reach you to take care of yourself and your family. Which kind government be that one? We don't tire. We don't tire. We don't tire. We don't tire. We will not divide us again. We will not use religion divide us again. We will not use ethnicity divide us again. Yes. This my brother, now Muslim I be. As we are there, I be Christian. Me and Muslim. We be friends. We be one. We be one now. No more misunderstanding. No more fighting. This guy like outside guy. Me, I be Yoruba. This one, I Igbo girl. So we are one. The problem we dey face for our budget.
Exactly. They want to be divided. Let me fight each other. We know they fight each other. Nigeria no need to divide for work. Nigeria can start working now. But let me tell you something. The way the country dey work now, very hardship. That's exactly how the government wants it to be. Because they are weaponizing poverty. They want you to be poor. Divided by tribalism. So their things go feed the work. If poverty no dey for Nigeria, who then go give rice when go accept to vote? If Nigeria dey work, poverty no dey. Who then go give 2,000 naira to vote? You know what dey happen. Papa, we need to stand up to show say make Nigeria work. All the mistakes that don dey happen before, you need to end. Exactly. Christian, or you are a Muslim or traditional religion. We are one. Stop dividing us with religionality and tribalism. It has been happening since the time of my great grandfather. They deceived my grandfather. They deceived my father. Yeah, they will never deceive us. We never deceive the current youth. We are wise. We are not stupid. We are not dumb. We have a brain that works. We will never make the mistakes the older generation make. Now lie. We will never go through that path. We will do it better, and we will never stop until Nigeria achieves greatness. Until our country, Nigeria, becomes great for everyone. We will never stop, regardless of anything. Trust me on that. Nigeria must work and be great. Abeg, talk to them for Igbo. Abeg, talk to your Igbo.
One na biala nga ego unu si oke rule anyị pụta ijide gọọmenti anyị n'olu jụọ ha si elehene latin time erule anyị ijide ha n'olu jụọ ha si elehene emeghị a elehene emeghị.
Labours. Yeah, well, I read it in the news, just like you. So it must be true. It's a law. Yeah, it must be true. It's one news outlet that quoted this Minister of Defense who said that the Turkey are coming to come and help them train, 5,000 troops in Nigeria, 5,000 soldiers in Nigeria, but they're going to set up a camp in Nigeria, Turkey. Zuala. Anyway, the retired policemen that you saw a few days ago were being pushed back and forth by their active, colleagues. They were back today. And this time they decided to go on and then block the road that led to the Aso Rock in Abuja because they have not paid their pension. These were the police officers who were, among them were those who were actually retired in 2025, last year. There were those who have retired for more than, longer than that. So their pensions are not paid. Nobody's listening to them. There's an expose on how some of their money got looted by the former illegal police IG. So today they return back to Abuja, and they faced similar violent resistance from their own colleague who were there to prevent them from exercising their fundamental human rights. Retired police officers unpaid in Abuja today.
What do you want to? We are going nowhere. Suffering too much. Our children can no longer go to school. We have suffered enough. After serving your 35 good years with meritorious service to your nation, they are giving you only 1 million naira and place you on a Muslim pension of 30,000 naira. Mr. President, come to our aid. Come to our aid. We are not living. Prisoner. We are not living. Nobody should move you from here. Mr. Raf, don't move an inch. Nobody will go. And this gate, we are blocking it. All of it. I can't say we are blocking it. We are not the one that blocked it.
I am woman DSP, Christian account retired. I retired in year 2024. We are appealing. While we are here today, we are appealing to our father, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are not forcing you. We are not ordering you. But we are appealing to you
We are begging you to exist us from this contributory pension. It is not even contributory pension, but it is contributory slavery. Please, we have been slaves for long. We have been under slavery for long. We want him to use his good office to exist us from this contributory pension. You can imagine a DSP will go home with 30,000 monthly. With this present economic situation now, what can 30,000 do? If medically we cannot even take our children or our husband or even ourselves to hospital because of the cost of drugs in the market, we cannot buy anything with 30,000. Please, we are begging you to remove us from patriotic pension and establish us into Nigerian Police Pension Board. Please, when you do so, we are all praying. The Almighty God will preserve you. God will protect you. Even in the next 10 years that you will come, God will keep you and you will succeed in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Please, hear our cry.
Yes.
Please hear our cry.
Yes.
Look at our children over there. Look at our children over there. No one is going to school again. No one is going to school. We can't even feed 3 square meals. If we manage to feed once, it's okay. Please, that is not how a good Nigeria, somebody who has served 35 years to live. We are supposed to live a very comfortable life, seeing that we have given our life and served the country. Please, it is not time for us to rest and enjoy the fruit of our labor, but there is nothing to write home about. We are pleading, President Tinubu. Now,
I believe whatever they are telling him, the people who are close to him, they are telling him a wrong thing. But our presence here will make him to know definitely that we are suffering after serving 35 years.
So, but you guys met the IGP and you promised to press for your demands to the president. It has not been made.
We have not seen anything.
We never met with him. We never met with him.
No, you guys met. We met.
He said we met with the IG.
The Inspector General of Police, where he promised that he was going to do something about it, and you people allow.
Okay, for how long?
Just about a week ago.
No. This is 2 weeks now. Did you ask me how did I manage to feed and come to this protest? And if I tell you where I squat for complete 1 month when I'm at Abuja here, if you sleep in that place a day, the next day they will take you to a specialist hospital. Yes, there is no doubt about that. So we are here. Let them go. Those who are in the right way to communicate head of state, they should go ahead and communicate him so that he ascend our bill. Our bill is before him. Let him ascend. If he ascend, we'll go. We jubilate, we'll hail him, we'll go. That is that.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Child! We are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood not smoke. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, try shining, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
Let's be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
We do. I have a caller. Hello.
Hello, MG. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Baba. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, MG. Not too bad. Well done for your great job, brother. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much for joining too.
Yeah, MG, really, you know how I feel this evening now. You know, that was why I make this call now. You know that woman, right? The police woman, they just praying for Kolu. In second time, he will come, God will bless you. Brother, the damage is too much.
Increase her pension to maybe 100,000 naira.
The damage is too much, brother. There's no redemption. There is problem in Nigeria, Mayegu, you know. There is heavy problem. The people are finished. Mentally ill. The men, if they're checking every Nigerian that live in Nigeria, I think 99% of them have mental health problem.
No wonder.
Huh? How can a policeman, your own money, you're begging, you're praying for the person, even though it did not start from him, but he's there now. He can clean the payment if he wants to.
Yes.
And you're praying for them to come back next time. God will bless you. God will bless you. You will come back in Jesus' name. Imagine the mentally ill. These guys are suffering. Anyway, about the Gbaja, the Gbajabiamole. So look at how you know, as you said, they're just doing this openly. Who will redeem Nigeria, Mayego?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Who will redeem Nigeria? Huh? Or do you think Trump is waiting for this guy to solve? Because I don't have any other option, like any other thing to think about. I cannot imagine any other thing. Maybe Maduro level is there waiting. Once he goes in the second term, they pick him up and call him illegitimate. You know, that he's legal.
I don't think so. In reality, Baba.
You don't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Everything that America wants, well, maybe not everything, almost everything America wants from Tinubu, he has given it to them. The only thing he hasn't given to them is that they wanted China out of Nigeria. You get that now? You know, China getting all these mineral resources that they have, right? So they don't want that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Europeans, we already have France. French are already taking space too, like China too in Nigeria now. So apart from the Americans are also doing their own. The America is not really interested in all these mineral resources in Nigeria in that sense. But when it comes to the crude oil, they have no real problem with Kolu. So I don't think anybody counting on that America is interested in what happened in Nigeria. I don't think anybody should anymore. That's my own view.
Yeah, do you know why I'm saying this? Remember Maduro, yeah? Maduro have China around him.
That's right.
He have Russia around him. He got Iran. He got many powerful countries around him as well. Yeah. You know, only they satellite America. Even though America did not satellite, they did not satellite.
I don't know. Remember that Maduro was accused of funding, in quotes, illegal drug smuggling to America. He was accused of funding this group of people that abducted Americans in that axis too. It's not just about his brutality and dictatorship. But continue on.
Anyway, if you say so, but to be frank, I may argue with you. Yeah, I may argue with you because that's the only remedy. I think America is interested in Nigeria. I think America is very, very, no matter what Kolu gives them, because Kolu haven't given them, as you said, he did not let China go, and America need more, and America wants a base in Nigeria. They haven't got that base. And they, currently now, with the right stuff.
I don't know if you know that. Do you know that they have agreed to
it? But they are at the same time, they are bringing Turkey in. You know, Kolu is messing everything up. He's just messing himself up. His master strategy that want to, you know, like you said, shot himself. You know, I don't know which kind of strategy is this. Turkey is coming to Nigeria. Yeah, unless he have another strategy, maybe finally make the country divide. If it's the only way, right? Maybe that's what he get in his own, you know, backup plan B of Kolu. But the kind of strategy, the way he's bringing all these people in Nigeria, Baba, there must be a problem. Oh.
You remember what I said about,
you know,
self-implosion. The reason why I don't want
exactly.
You know, I don't want people watching us to probably think we are mostly like expecting this help. We are among the people who are expecting this help to come from outside. No.
I get, I understand you. We don't want to give them that hope. Yeah.
But you know what we call the self-implosion? The one where they will get this so powerful that as they are going right now, okay, the opposition to the corner, divided them, they are powerless. Who else? They have they went to America, gave Donald Trump almost a $2 billion deal, which included Donald Trump, you know, sending American troops to join them in Nigeria. So Donald Trump is no longer talking about this government. He hasn't removed them from the country of particular concern, but they are already collaborating. So there's no it anymore. Here you get. So but
you
see, the self-implosion is that they will have no. It's just going to be like they have it all. They could do anything. And the internal implosion is what.
Yeah.
That's my own.
Because what I'm thinking. Yeah, what I'm thinking, the issue, as you say, as you call it, self-implosion. Once he's mixing all these things up, remember, America, these guys, about 200, is it 200 or 400 soldiers they bring? Nobody, even I don't think Kolu knows why those guys are there, even though he's the one that invited them. But these guys, they don't know why they are there. No Nigerian, none of them, even they are so-called House of Assembly.
They are giving, what do you call, technical support to the Nigerian army.
That's the name, that's the label, that's the emblem they bring out. But nobody knows. Right. You know, how can you bring 200 intelligent people, like intelligent group of army? Over 500. You say intelligent, gather intelligent. They're gathering intelligent, terrorists is still in a rampage, right? You see all the mess that is going on. Everybody's seeing. They are seeing all the hunger. Nobody knows the plan of these guys. Even Kolu himself, I don't think he understands these people. He just wants to play, like you said, he plays himself. Self-implosion. He just, anything that will make me become president, no matter what it is, you do anything you want, I give you. Know, the way he's sharing money, just come there and back me up. You know, that kind of a thing. He don't even care or try, because these guys are not, you know, they're not acting like they're intelligent people.
You know, he's a deal maker. Here you get. To him, whatever money cannot do.
Exactly. This is what you normally said. Whatever money cannot do, more money will do it.
That's what he said. He told
I mean, that's what he said. I mean, you normally use the phrase of what he said. You know, you quoting him all the time. That's all. But he's not. They are not going intelligently. Look at how they are just doing the whole thing. You know, there's nothing intelligent on what they are doing. They do it like, even mafias are more intelligent. What, as he said, he called himself a mafia. They do it. They code it. They code them, but these guys are just like the way Agro do. Come on, you know, exactly Agro lifestyle. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't have mercy for them, anyway.
I have somebody who is also.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
All right, no worries. I'm still here. I'm watching. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Thank you for your good work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's gonna be like they are gonna get so power drunk, you know, that level, because they believe that Kolu is so good. Maybe he is so good when it comes to politics, just not governance. Okay, and that's how they're going to probably overplay their hands eventually. When you get to a stage whereby you don't even have any real opposition to you anymore. But the real opposition, the main opposition would then be the people that you probably think you have boxed to the corner enough that there's anything they can do. They're so divided. If 10,000 of them comes out tomorrow to reject your government, you could pay 100,000 more to praise your government. You know what I mean? That kind of like it's called a self-implosion. Let me take this. Hello. Baba, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ola is calling from Canada.
Hey, Sauli, how are you this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm good. At least we have a warm weather today, so everywhere was warm, so we enjoy the day.
You better enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah. So actually, my contribution
is like about 7 months near winter, kind of cold weather. 7 months out of
Yeah. Especially where we our own province here, we have longer period of cold weather. So
anyway,
so at least we are coping.
Everybody can hear you now.
So I just want to continue to say something to what the last caller said. Although you've replied him, I know at times I like when I see people panting of US to come and solve their problem for them. US, the United States does not care about you, about your life. They don't care. What they are after is their interest.
That's right.
Once their interest is protected, who fucking care about whether the person that there is killing you or not? Unless the person crosses their path, that's where they will come in. The issue of this genocide, of the Christian genocide they were shouting about, was just to force Tinubu to come and make a deal, and the man has made the deal. So, and the deal has been made. Then you go, Nigerian Christians go and solve their problem themselves. So so when people are back in Tinubu in America will come and so he has France with him. And then very soon, when he comes back, France will be our tax collector. So and then they will get all this, and then these people, look at the script Tinubu is playing. He's playing the script of that woman in Tanzania, and then that or Benin. So now I suspect all these scripts is being these scripts are given to you by France. You are in jail, and then you can't be romancing with France and not be autocratic like Tinubu. Go and look at all those West African countries romancing with France. That's what they do. So, and then, you just like Americans sending their soldiers to Nigeria just to make sure that their interest is really protected in Nigeria. So that at least if they don't have a base in Nigeria, their soldiers, their marine should be on ground. So that they will be, if there is anything, or just to make sure that China, to make sure that they gather information about the activity of China in Nigeria. That's why they are there. They are not there to protect any Christian or to protect you or to give you security. They have their own deal. They have made their deal. Everything is fine, and everybody is fine. Tinubu is fine. Donald Trump is fine. So, everybody should go and carry your cross yourself.
We are going to see their charade, the election they are calling election, the charade, right? And guess those who are going to say the election is free and fair. America, Europe, all these guys. And they
no. Yeah, that was God. They will say their. Yeah, they will say as usual. They will say their observer. They will say no. They may, they have a way. They will say, well, there are some pockets of problems somewhere, but no election is perfect. At the end of the day, even the election of the BIA election and all these francophone countries that they rig election, they still pass some of they still pass the election. They will tell the EU and all these ECOWAS will come, and at the end of after rigging when he come back in 2031, then he will now be talking about electoral reform. So that's their language. After rigging the election, now we talk about electoral reform, and then your people will now say, hey, let's support him to reform the electoral process. So this will distract you from the rigging. And then you now be running after, you now be forming committee. Then your focus will now be on let's engage the committee to make sure all this is just like a charade. At the end of the day, your waste report is there. Nobody's talking about it. So that's what they do. And once they rig the election, they come back to again. They will promise you electoral reform. They sort of committee to distract you. Then it's business as usual. So can't you imagine? Yeah, yeah, they will do it again. Yeah. So the best thing is to scatter the whole thing. The weapon fashion against all of us is that 1999 Constitution. So that's just it. Until we dismantle that 1999 Constitution, and then if at all we be together as a country, we need to negotiate on what time. At least on what time are we going to be together? If the North want Sharia, fine. Let them have their Sharia, and then we know that let them have our own autonomy, so that nobody knows that if they want to, if we agree with them, then let us control our own resources. Let us govern ourselves, so that if you have autonomy of governing ourselves, then we can say, okay, this is our police, this is our own security. Then we can give them the necessary troops we want. But that's what I mean. If you agree to work to be together, then that will be under what condition? Not this slave camp arrangement we are operating. It's like a slave camp. They just pack some slaves together in a place, and then
those ones that
are something like that.
Come together. Let us be. We are one. We are
yes, now. No, we are not one. We are not one. A country where somebody will profile in Lagos for 14 Peter Obi. Are you telling me that country is one?
No, it's not.
It's not one. No. We are just deceiving ourselves. A country where there's one law in the north. Now, I think you showed one. I think maybe online, where some northern youth, they were attacking some police with gun. Some policemen, they were harassing them with gun, and that one was just threatening to shoot, and he did not shoot. But let it be from the south here, especially Anibu. Let it be Shukudi or Inika. In fact, those guys will have gone by now. They will kill them. But because they could not shoot because they are Hausa.
You know something? When one of the reasons why the NSAS protest did not bring an end to the APC was because Northerners were wondering why, when they started hearing and seeing videos of how the police were treating the youth in the South, they were just surprised. They were wondering, they didn't experience that in the North. So if you ask them to join NSAS protest, they didn't even have any police brutality in that sense, ever, to make them see protest. Something that is like a pastime for us in the South.
Yeah. So there's one you can't imagine. You are integrating terrorists. Then you are using military to brutalize, to kill some people in the southeast in the name of ESN. Imagine. We are not. Nigeria is not one.
Somebody once said that they have been seeing repentant. According to Nigeria, in Koto, that said they proscribed IPOB because they are terrorists, according to them, right? They now said last question that since you have been presenting repentant terrorists, how come you've never presented anybody from the eastern part of Nigeria as repentant?
The repentant iPod or repentant ESN.
You know what I mean? You cannot make somebody who is not a terrorist and say you are rehabilitating them from what? They must have committed a crime, Abi, to say this one is a terrorist.
Yes.
So if you now say they were, what would you be rehabilitating among these young people that they are kidnapping in the East?
So, imagine. Anyway, they are saying okay, thank you. Thank you.
You have a good evening. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. So this is what Allah is referring to, the type of democracy that Tinubu's and it's like they practice. Remember this, the 2023 charade.
Seriously.
Sit out in the Sit fighting arrested. Sit fighting arrested. Sit fighting arrested. I'm breaking a bottle.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n, Captain Jack ẹ ti tán. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ.
Seriously.
That's the kind of politics they play. And you know something, when people say, I have a call out, I need my call, I'm coming home. When people try to gaslight you, and this is me trying to speak to those of you who are like the obedient, and even those who are not obedient, okay, but who have a lot to say about Peter Obi and his supporters, right? They said that Peter Obi's supporters are very toxic. They are bullying people, this and that, Baba. Tinubu's supporters are killers. They are murderers. These are people that attack people because they won't vote for Kolu. And I'm talking about killed people because they won't vote for APC. They brag and openly threaten people, stop people from voting. And those who are supporting that same person, they are accusing those of you who are using your phones. A lot of BS on social media, talk shit and all that stuff, right? They said you are more toxic. Guess what? On election time, those are the thugs, armed, dangerous APC thugs that will be going after their fellow Nigerians to harm them if they are not going to vote for Kolu. So don't let anybody gaslight you if you are obedient on social media. Don't let anybody gaslight you. None of you have started beating people up, or stabbing people, or even killing people. APC, they have done that again and again.
Hello, my good general.
Salam alaikum.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you today?
Mo follow your talk just slow kini. Mo follow your talk.
Bless you.
But I thank you for your good job.
Thank you, sir.
My brother, election is coming. 2007 is just 27 is just around the corner.
That's right.
But there's one thing I just want to remind everybody, especially we Yoruba, that what is Tinubu for? Argue with them, they will say, I didn't see anything. Today, one of my old friends I've known for 50 years ago, he was accusing me, in Iran, they do this. In Iran, 1979, they introduced free education at all levels.
That's right.
Baba Olawa already introduced that. I went to free education under Jakonde, and when Tinubu come there, they denounce everything. So, what has Tinubu done for us in Lagos State? Done for us in Yoruba land? That Tinubu Omawalejoshe. But I'm very sorry for the Igbo and the obedient. Tinubu have already won. There's one guy who showed me something about 1 week ago that in INX place in Liverpool State, Tinubu van was parking there. What did I tell you? And Tinubu is bragging on social media that the primary election was tough for him. The last election was tough for him. That now that he's there, he just say forget about it.
Did you see that video too?
And your last caller, the one prior before the last caller, I love what that guy said. Because all these things is just like, oh, they're bringing Donald Trump to come and fight for you. They're not coming there. They're coming there to come and protect their own interests.
That's right.
It's we. And you, Mayegun, you always mention it every time, but people don't listen. If Obedient could say, oh, I have 6 million voters, why can't you bring 1 million people on the street? Because Obedient to is among is obedient to
get to this stage. You should you see most of the things some of them will be saying now or doing now, right? I expected them to have actually started them like about 2 years ago in the early, by the latest, yeah. Whereby
it's not too late. Why can't you bring all these people out? But all this what they say. But let me clarify it though, because some people will be attacking me after your show. I'm not supporting obedience. There are many languages that are listening to your talk. Those too. They will tell you now. I don't support obedience. I want my Yoruba nation, but not Yoruba nation for Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho to have compromised you, but Nigeria must free. I just don't know when.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. But most of the time lately, I don't come on time, but I usually listen to it after midnight, something like that. But thank you very much for all your show.
Thank you very much.
May God give you more wisdom and blessing as well. Thank you.
Thank you too. You have a good evening, sir. So I have this caller. I think I should take it. It's been on there for quite a while. Did I get you? Sorry. I actually lost a caller. Let's hope I get it back. Hang on. Yeah, let's hope I get you back. Hello.
Baba. Long time no talk. Baba, this is Big Mo.
As it goes, so it's pretty much like Mo Shadi.
I think I just tried to call you now 35 times or so.
Yeah. How are you?
I wanted to I don't even want to speak too much grammar. I wanted to remind you of something.
Okay. Why?
In the end of 2024, I called in one of these calls. Okay. You said somebody was calling us hypocrites in the comments when I was saying, I don't understand what Peter Obi is doing. Was it not better for him to go and build on where he stopped? I don't know if you can remember that. The person was saying we're hypocrites. Are we the only one that no saints? Have you something like that? So now, say you don't play. Now you remember I told you that I will come back, no matter how long. I will come back and remind you. Yes, I will come back and remind you that discussion that we had. Because I was saying instead of him to join all these people, let him join them, and then when he enter, he would maneuver. I said he could have built on what he left. Now they are shouting that only 3 million people are registered for ADC. So that means the 6 million we even get. Let's assume they even all entered because of him. It's just half. I think we told you people that he's going to do consensus. Kwankwaso, you can see Kwankwaso is closer to all these northerners that he's with and the Amamechi. But because his brain, he insulted him the last election. He said he has PhD. He don't do minister. He don't do governor. He don't do this one. But now he has pledged to be Peter Obi's VP. So because he knows, okay, let him do his one term. When the thing rotates, I will come back to them. Yeah. I think he's telling you that they want.
That is why they are suspecting that the pressure on Atiku, which gets him kind of like angry, from what I heard too, right? Is that the pressure is not even coming from the southern. The pressure for Atiku not to run is coming from all these guys.
It's coming from the north. The problem with is that
positioning themselves for 2021.
Yes. But let me tell you the problem with the North, let me tell you the problem with the North. I'm a Northerner. I don't tell you I'm from Borno State before. I don't talk about insecurity today because that's another whole topic. You see all this Arewa Consultative Forum, all this Northern Elite Forum and co. They are the ones that are saying they don't want Atiku, but there's a problem. A lot of them are just technocrats, no bar. Right. They are just living their life. You understand? The people that you don't see in those forums are the ones that are behind this Atiku guy. By the way, Atiku is, let me say, close to broke. But then he can galvanize money. If you tell Atiku to bring 50 million tomorrow, he might not drop 1 billion of his money. But he will galvanize all these our smugglers then. He will galvanize people. Don't forget a custom officer before.
He just paid $1.2 million to a lobbyist firm in Washington.
Good. He didn't even pay them, but that money is not from his pocket, by the way.
Like that for him.
He's a former custom officer before. I hope you know.
I do.
So a lot of this, the smugglies. I don't want to call their names, but
the money
the smugglies.
That's my point. I mean, I remember.
No, them, the money is not finished now because they are in the business now.
That Atiku did direct Nigeria to some extent. Was when they were doing that BPE stuff, right? So when we were buying those national assets for scrap, you know what those guys were doing? Once they buy it for scrap,
let me bust your age. Let me bust your age. I schooled in Dubai. You remember? I don't know if you remember. There was a time Dubai approached Nigeria for money. Obasanjo said, "Hey, sand. Why would I invest in sand? Oh, come on." I think we went behind. I took a lot of investment there. There's the famous Twin Towers in Dubai. He's the biggest shareholder of those Twin Towers. Anybody that's gone to Dubai knows that Twin Towers. He's the biggest shareholder there. Any article guest, because I followed articles guest before, any articles guest that comes from Nigeria, always Tuesday. Article, when I was in uni, Atiku had a Pakistani driver, Honda Accord 2-door, and him. I've jammed him in phone shop before. That's how he drives. But you see, as he is like that, he can drive all the way to the ruler of Dubai's house and enter. No invitation, except if he's not around. Right. Because the person just said, sand. Why would I invest in sand? He pursued them. This guy went behind. And what do you think he's doing in Dubai? You think that George is doing like Dubai? He's in Dubai to protect his now. All his children. I went to school with some of his children. I can't count how many of them. I think there were like 11 of them. They are all there. So, but I called you to remind you that hypocrite statement.
Like they are part of those who
they live permanent. They come here occasionally. They go, but just like he's an occasional politician. They come here occasionally, they go back like that. Because, of course, anytime their father wants to contest, they will come back and see what they can get. But I just wanted to remind you that hypocrite, that guy that said we're hypocrite.
Power since 2007, at least on the last count, Abi. And we all
know
that before, I mean, the last 2 years, it was almost not like the VP of Nigeria anymore. It was just there, just official to fill up.
Or even 4 years, even. He said he wanted to run for the second term now.
No, I mean,
so, and another thing people don't understand.
Don't check him that time, but I'm talking about that.
Yes, he said that he will not betray his master. Good. That's even a good example, my Egun. Very good. You see, all the northern governors and even some southern governors. I don't even want to mention because I suspect Tinubu was part of them. Because you know him and Obasanjo, they don't see eye to eye. All of them, most of them were supporting Atiku financially, whatever he needed. That's why Obasanjo was kneeling down. Do you understand? Financially, whatever he needed, they were.
They've written books on the.
A lot of the books are like this. Obasanjo's My Watch is a lie, full of lies. If you go and listen,
remember, it was Globetrotting.
If you go and listen to,
and Atiku used that to build a base that could have seen Obasanjo never to do a second term.
So now, with all this history that we know, that time, we're saying, what is Peter Obi doing there? Or what is he? See, now they're calling him to come back to Labour Party. What is he doing there? As I speak to you now, he's still talking. Have you noticed you have not seen Daid Mark for a while?
No. You mean Bashiru? Always.
Have you noticed No, Daid Mark, he's VP. He's former VP.
You're right.
Have you noticed you have not seen him for a while?
No, I haven't, yes.
Good. They are cooking something, but the problem now is that if they don't, I don't even know how to say it, they don't fast track it, because as we speak, they are saying they have another 5 days left or something to move to party. So I don't know why what they are cooking is not done. It's clear as day. Let's forget about Atiku. Didn't Amechi go to that former governor of Edo State, that his house was shot? The next day, Amechi was there, and the guy now said Amechi is his own choice for presidency in ADC. You don't see that news.
I saw it.
You know, you remember the guy that was when they attacked Peter Obi and Akpata and all these people.
This former chairman.
I've forgotten the man's name. You know, he was also governor of Edo State at some point.
Yes, he was a former governor.
The next day, you can fact check me. The next day or 2 days after, Amechi was with him there, and he released a statement that there's not picture.
I remember.
He endorsed him. So what were you doing with Peter Obi prior to that then? If you are endorsing him. Another thing a lot of people don't know, this Sam Anya woman, all these guys, they don't deal with Atiku since when he was VP, probably even longer. This same Sam Anya chairman, that's his name, something Anya or something, the chairman of ADC, the former chairman. He has been with Atiku for decades. Yes, the chairman that just stepped down now. Daid Mark is Atiku's guy. In fact, the person I'm suspecting DSS that is a mole is Aregbesola. Or Babata Biro, how do you call it? That's the person I'm suspecting. But all those guys are all Atiku's guys.
Many of them that Tinubu is so corny enough that it's this battle in my head when I look at when I see all of them in there, I'm like, this whole thing doesn't really it doesn't sit well. There's something hot about it.
No, he's scared, Chad. That's
I can't.
He is even scared, to be honest. Tinubu himself is scared, to be honest, because all these governors that port, they don't like him. I can tell you for free, especially the northern ones. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Are you with me? Yes, especially all these northern, they don't like him. They don't like his guts. Didn't they lock Badaru out of that? They locked Badaru out of that convention, didn't you see? Badaru, former governor of Gbaja State. Ganduje did not attend, didn't you see? 48 hours later, they were with Mr. President in the villa. I remember I was watching your show when you showed Bala Mohammed, Babachi went to meet Bala Mohammed, correct? For ADC. The next day, this year, whatever his name is, Yalavata, whatever, the chairman, he was there. He was there. They are planning and scheming. Why I don't even bother about this anymore is that it's like in this Nigeria, we just used to jump head first into things. We know they think. You know, we don't think. You just jump. Now, you talk to somebody about Peter Obi. Let's just say, oh, this Peter Obi, I don't think he'll be a good president. They don't go ask you why. They go start to attack you. Now, because you be not done now. Now, when they bomb Nigeria, now, we are still, you see, like we can say, the more you look, the less you see. Oh, good night, Abeg.
You have a good night yourself, okay? Thank you so much for calling
Thank you.
Okay. Now, you see, that last one that my caller just mentioned, I watched that on social media. And I have been around for a very long time myself. And listen, the worse situation in Nigeria gets, the more agitated, angrier the people become. If you remember, and I was actually having this particular chat with a friend yesterday. You get what I mean? I said, when Jonathan was your president, and then he was considered to be so corrupt, people around him were so corrupt, they were living large, and people were complaining. People were still lamenting, things were hard, things were tough. It was more or less like typical politicians. They don't care. Even Donyo Kwigbe, the late Donyo Kwigbe, who happened to be a special advisor to the same Gbaja, right, was accosted in, I think it was in New York, where Shore and Sarah reporters and Adiola sort of like were asking him questions about the Nigerian rail system and all that. And he was saying something like, Nigerians should be happy that they were even given locomotive. There are some countries that have never seen train before, something like that. And Nigerians should be happy. The point I'm trying to make was that back then, a lot of people were so angry. Jonathan was almost like, oh, he's incompetent, he's this, he's that, he's that. Then Bukwari came. Oh, hang on, before Bukwari came, Then they kidnapped the Chibok girls in 2014. The whole country was so alarmed. Even those who loved Jonathan, they were shocked. They couldn't believe it. Some of them completely agreed with the opposition and everybody against Jonathan then. Young people, they were willingly, freely shouting change. Jonathan, this, Jonathan must go. Jonathan, like Nigeria, if Jonathan should do second term, Nigeria is finished. So eventually they got rid of him. Bukwari came in. Damn it, man. Bangbo Shege, Barao Bansa. They started with change, which changed to change. Then they now got to next devil. I call it the next devil, right? That was the second time. Nigerians saw Shege. They saw Shege Bansa to the Bansa gonna like Shege, senior brother. It was like, man, but guess what? All of the things they never believed that they could be so disarmed from reacting to happened. They were kidnapping school children. They were kidnapping hundreds of people at a go. Chibok girls and Chibok kidnapping just was like, a preamble. School children like, 4-year-old, 6 years old were all taken. Communities where they would just take like 400, 500 people. Nigerians, they were so alarmed, so enraged. Jonathan must go. Suddenly, they couldn't react anymore. They started talking about we must work together. This country, all of us must work together. Before we even drink water, drop cup like this, Buhari added the Fulani terrorists to the package. We started killing from year to year and year to year. Before you know it, those Nigerians who were so angry with Jonathan, they became philosophers. Many of them left Nigeria. Yeah, the Japa, they left Nigeria because the change they brought upon Nigeria was about to take their lives. They ran away. And now they have called you. I'm coming on. There is a dummy on the line. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayo.
How are you?
Fine. Good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Madam is the talk.
I can see in your face, So that's a dummy. I mean, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I just want to drop a few comment on what you've been talking about because I had some similar discussions with some of my people earlier today. Particularly, I would like to talk about the ADC.
Please.
Sherry, it has gotten to a time that we need to close the door on ourselves and tell ourselves some ugly truths. Because the whole strategy, it flies around anyhow, like this one is a strategist, that one is a strategist. And people make it look like it's one big thing. The simplest of things are the most strategic things, which the moment you don't pay attention to those things, you're already in problem. You're already in trouble. Okay. So I want to believe that Peter Obi, in the slightest of things, should have an assurance before he joins that ADC. Because that move is very strategic and as well could be very, very damning on his ambition. Number one, moving there with promises, if you're able to get their ticket, you have like 50% chance of winning the election. But moving there and contesting with anybody in any form of, even if it's Amici, you will be defeated. Now, Once that happens, if you leave that party that you are going to any other party, because I've been hearing from here and there that yes, okay, that's another funny thing. I mean, that is going to be like the end of his presidential ambition in Nigeria, because I think he's around 61 now. By the time Kolu is done, he'll probably be 65. Let's say we had another 8 years of the North with us, 73.
Okay.
And I mean, that's just going to be the end of his presidential ambition. As much as this is not something I like to admit, I would say that at the end of the day, Wike might just be very right about Atiku. Although Wike is a loud mouth, he's a very stupid man. He talks without reasoning sometimes, and for me, I think he's too aggressive for whatever a leader should be. But eventually, he might just be right about Atiku.
What's that?
Why is Atiku placing his ambition above and beyond the wellness and the welfare of this country? I really don't understand that part. That everybody is talking to you. Oga, calm down. Be a mentor. This your age is not on your side. Why are you always hell-bent on, I should be the one, I should be the one? That is greed. So at the end of the day, you'll be proving people like Wike right. And then there's something I'm seeing that I'm not so happy about. At the end of the day as well, the people we raise so highly are the people that are actually against the liberation of that country. I'll mention a few names here.
Go on.
You see, this man, Dele Momodu, is one of the most wicked people I've seen in my life.
Why?
He might not have been wicked to... Okay, yeah, I like the question why. He might not have been wicked to people individually, but he has been wicked to this country collectively. How? You supported Atiku in 2023. He's still one of the people poisoning that man's mind to contest this time around. And these are the people Atiku surround.
Yes. You know, this is something though, right?
Exactly.
I understand that some will say Nigeria shouldn't make it about, tribe or region or whatever, okay? And
Tribe or region, yeah.
But hey, come on, man. With the way Nigeria still acts, normally, when Buhari was rounding
it is even very logical. There shouldn't be. Somebody asked one question on was it X-Space? On X-Space yesterday. The person was like, if it is the turn of the North, would you see any southern candidate saying I want to contest? They dare not. I know they won't. And it has never even happened before. If you see any at all, it is usually from the mushroom parties. Yeah. Parties that you already know these people can never win elections. But from the major opposition, if they say this zoning is going to the North, you will not see anybody from the South contesting. Then why is Atiku always about him and him and him? So, and again, there's this former Nollywood and former lawyer, as I like to call him, because he claims he's a lawyer, but I don't see anything lawyer in him anymore since he joined politics. He campaigned for Buhari, campaigned for Kenneth Okonkwo. That guy too. No. I don't like it when people are double-faced. I don't like it. He has shown that it's all about the money and his pocket as well. Because he's part of the people also cheering this guy up to say, oh yeah, it is Atiku now. Obi cannot protect the election. Have they forgotten that Atiku actually lost the election in 2019 and he could not defend himself?
He couldn't.
He won that election in 2019. We all saw it.
Yeah.
But then he could not defend the vote. So what development has he added to himself, or what exposure? What has changed that made you now feel that?
Okay, I'm gonna. You are so right? Can Okonkwo continue to point this finger at Obi Like it doesn't have it in it.
Yes.
Well, hang on. That is, but if we have to use their figure, Obi came third, Atiku second, right? So Obi is believed to have won that election. Okay, but now they put him at in third position. Atiku the second, never even make a whimp to say he won. He never even push any fight to say he was rigged. But people expected Obi that is in third to be the Superman, and they kind of expected him to be the one to act, the one to call for national protest, the one to
national protest.
Kind of like, and I'm talking about these guys now, not like other random people. I'm talking about the Ken, the others in that kind of situation. I mean, that kind of position, pointing fingers at Obi.
Yeah,
but they are Atiku's guys, and Atiku was second. Atiku never claimed that he got rigged out in that sense. And none of them felt that Atiku should lead a protest the way they are expecting Obi. And yeah, I keep wondering that. I mean,
apart from that, Mr. Maigun, let's look at what happened in 2019.
Right.
I was in Nigeria. I followed the elections. I saw everything that happened. Clearly, Atiku won against Buhari.
Yes.
Now, Buhari was, yes, that they went to court and they were claiming server was lost or this or that. I mean, what a shameful country. Okay. That, as at that time, Kenneth is claiming that Atiku is someone that could defend his vote. I mean, what happened to the vote then? Why could he not defend the vote as at then? So what has changed that made you now think in 2027, the same man that was rigged in 2019, the same man that was rigged in 2023 will now come and say in 2027, I'm not a Superman. I'm the Robin Hood here. I can defend my vote this time around. I mean, these things are just you cannot make that with is what Yoruba call a witunwi.
Yeah. See, that means every one of them is is positioning himself. Somebody shared a story. You know, Shegun Showumi. That
yeah, I'm coming to that man. I'm coming to that man as well. You see? You see that? Oh God! You see that man you just mentioned. He is a willing tool in the hands of Tinubu, and he has been working for Tinubu since last year. But silently, nobody knew what was going on. I mean, I'm not blind, and I know for real that when people talk, I hear what you say, but I hear 1,000 things you have not said. That guy has continuously fired Obi without provocation. Obi has not called you out. He has not done anything to you. I've seen like 3 different podcasts where the subject of discussion is Obi. He should have stayed in PDP. He should have done this. He should have. Why are you talking about someone that's not, attacked you? Why are you saying he should stay in PDP? The same PDP you guys were seated. You looked at everything as everything went down. You could not call out Wiki. You could not call out the people that actually destroyed the party. Obi is now your problem. Obi should be the one waiting in PDP and sorting the problem out. You now said he should have waited in Labour even if he cannot wait in PDP. Okay, we were all alive. We saw what happened with Pampas. From there, we saw what happened with Abure. But somehow, you want a dull Obi, a stupid Obi to stay in that kind of party, Abi? These people should just come out of their shell and tell us who they are.
You know what
I lost every sense of respect for that guy already.
You know what the Yoruba called, I think I can say it in English, right? They said that you can only wake somebody that is sleeping. You do not wake someone that is pretending to be sleeping. You know that
That's pretending to be sleeping, yes.
Pretend to be sleeping
yes.
Right now. That is when you are going to be the. If I am actually sleeping, once you walk into this room, right, I'm already like. So if I was sleeping, that's exactly with all these guys. I don't really take them serious, and they are all, kind of like plying their trade in a system that patronizes them.
And they are so eloquent at what they do that if they are not careful, you'll be carried away with what they are saying.
Yeah, they are disgraceful. But you know what somebody said about Tedashe Shoumi? You know that Shoumi was Atiku's spokesperson in 2023. You know that?
Of course, I know.
This one that is now with Kolu Bulaba,
Rino Mo Kirikiri, the
Rino too, yeah.
Daniel, yeah.
Buala.
As a matter of fact, Shegun Sowunmi has always eaten from the PDP. I think from 2014 or thereabout, he has held one position or the other in the party.
No, he was made the he didn't really hold any real position per se, okay? There was a time.
No, I mean appointment. I mean appointment. So, like he has gotten one appointment or the other.
Okay, now it's like we are expanding it, but there's something I want to say. Okay, it's about 2023. So when Renu Omokirikiri interviewed him as one of the spokespersons for Atiku, right? And they also said it was Renu that set his salary. So when they finished that meeting in Abuja and they got out, they said from outside, with other guys there, or like maybe other few other guys that will be part of the media. They said from outside, he started asking that when is Alhaji going to release money? We're going to start work.
Ah, God.
You get that now?
God damn it. And these are the people at the cool.
You know, this they just appointed you today. You get like just right now. But you came out, all of us entered the same meeting. We came out just now. You are asking one of us here, when is Alhaji going to release the money? Because I mean, we need to start work.
Set of political jobbers.
So people like that can sound eloquent in front of their TVs in Nigeria because they have perfected the trade of this kind of like a psychophancy sleeping. They will speak for anybody who can pay their bills. Peter Obi is not a
there are two of them like that since 2014, I guess.
Right.
I've known they've always been spokesperson in one capacity or the other for PDP. That's one Ologmodiyan and this Shegun Sowunmi.
On X. And those guys started the gig now. Collect the gig. If you
they were the ones. Old fools, oh. Those guys are not small boys, oh. No? They are in their 40s, 50s. Old fools.
You know. So you get. So
I mean, it's really terrible.
I mean, how can you get in Rugbofufu? You're going to fool yourself on TV. That's that kind of that tells the quality of men that are parading themselves in the political space of Nigeria. My daughter will be 17 in October. She'll be 18 years old next year. Guess what? There are some certain things I will not be so proud to go on TV and do just for posterity. Like
to see exactly.
Right? There are things I won't do here because I've got a grown-up daughter. But these ones are shameless people. You know?
Very shameless. Very shameless. I was even listening to a podcast earlier today as well, where you were asking Bulaba, that's Daniel. You were asking him, Tinubu said, if I don't give you electricity, don't vote for me. Then they asked him, what should Nigerians do now? He wanted to twist the question, but Charles was like, no, it's a straightforward question and it requires a straightforward answer. So the next thing he said is, Tinubu has not asked for a second term. I'm like, what the fuck? Are these people even normal upstairs?
You guys are already everywhere.
Wow.
But they will say, but he hasn't even asked for it. When he asked for
it, he hasn't even asked for it. Oh God. They don't see us finish. Like, and before I go, Jare,
who are the victims of this whole thing continue to kind of like, dance around them, and you're just like, man, this situation is hopeless. Totally hopeless.
Yeah. Before I go, Mr. Maigun, there's something I wanted to make mention of before I go.
Please.
It's actually about you. This guy went to Honest Bunch. I think I've said it here before on this platform that if you are not on the same page with Tuwure, you are definitely his enemy. He went on the Honest Bunch podcast and said something about you. I saw it and I just mused. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
Do you know I have?
He said,
I've actually not read it. I was just taking all of you guys' words for it. What did he say?
He said there was a certain Mayegun when they were doing Yoruba Nation, this thing, he featured on his platform. He told them that it is not achievable. It was Tinubu sponsoring this thing and that. And he mentioned in passing that the Mayegun is now an obedient. I'm like, Chibobo Yawirini. Like, a Mayegun that would always come online and say, I am not supporting anybody. But the fact that he's talking about Obi as, okay, this is like who the people are talking about, like the lesser evil and all of that, does it mean he's actually supporting him? No. Why are you always so blindfolded that whenever somebody is not following that your ideology like this,
you know something, right? I have said things on here a long time ago, and I'm glad you just mentioned it now. Maybe I should say it before you also wrap it up, okay? Dami. One of the problems of the people is that sometimes they want you to hate what they hate. Meanwhile, when you like what they like, that's not a problem in a way. I have said it on this program many times that the reason why I would never dissipate my energy scrutinizing those who are not in power is simply because whatever happens in Nigeria right now, the only people responsible for everything happening in Nigeria right now is Tinubu, because he is the one who has all the power, okay, to end them.
Yeah, to make every amend.
His own thing, right? However, I am not going to use my platform to actually break any form of what do you call it, unity of purpose, right? Where everybody agrees that something is not right, and in this sense, right, we should be all after we should get rid of what is not right. So I'm not going to be the one that is going to be the barrier breaker, whatever, or boundary breaker between these people, because it will be like counterproductive. If I turn on my camera and I start talking about Peter Obi, how Peter Obi is this, how is that, and all that, why Tinubu is sleeping soundly, whatever the hell he is, that doesn't make any sense. Because no matter what I say about Peter Obi, Atiku, and the rest of them, even though I show they have no single power to change anything about Nigeria right now. They don't.
They don't.
However, some people don't see it like that, because to me, I've said it many times. I said that I'm looking forward to a time where everybody will actually really agree that you all have one common enemy, and that is the establishment, this Nigeria establishment. Until that establishment is completely destroyed, all right, none of us is going to achieve any whatever goal or dream that we wish. Whether you want a better Nigeria that is working, this establishment needs to be destroyed, right? And when I say establishment, it's cut across all over the country, all right? So if the establishment is not destroyed, you won't have any autonomous region. Start with us, okay, this region is governing themselves. They are protecting themselves. You will never have Biafra. You will never have the Yoruba nation. You will never have regionalism. You will never have any of these ideas that a lot of you think will fix Nigeria, as long as this hegemony, this corrupt establishments continue to exist. Election can't fix it.
You might likely never even have the revolution.
Wait, then I said, maybe one day, if all of you now realize that the problem is not just those who super in terms of the establishment. It is Tinubu's turn now. It's going to be somebody else's turn tomorrow. They will do worse to you than whatever Tinubu does to you now. Do you get me now? Because it is
definitely.
It is the system they put in place. Until that is gone, nothing else will happen. Or maybe some people feels like I'm talking rubbish. So I continue to educate people then for that purpose. By not being the one that will come here and be what do you call it? And be the one that sits on the seat of judgment and be picking on people who have picked their own battle. So already picked revolution now, take it back. That's a battle. I supported it. I raised millions of naira for that struggle. I did. Okay. So Maazi Nnamdi Kanu that picked the battle of Biafra. That's a struggle. I supported it. Only. I raised funds for it. When it comes to the Ilano, the guys who are doing the Yoruba, I didn't start Yoruba Nation. No. People were doing it. Okay. When the Fulani terrorists came for the Yorubas, I stood up against it. And those who are indeed doing their best to ward them off, I raised money for it, this platform. That's what I do, because I understand that whatever everybody chooses as a battle, we are all products of a failed system in Nigeria. So I want my own country.
And we just have to solidarize to make everything work the right way.
If Showore suddenly want to pick on me, it's practically nothing. You get what I mean now? So that doesn't mean that tomorrow I won't still support him. If I see anything out there that because
exactly,
be, isn't it? So nobody.
That's how it should be. Okay. I just don't like the fact that whenever someone is just not with you and you think this person is not doing what I want, the person automatically becomes your enemy. It doesn't work that way. You can always be on the same line.
I used to actually have a regular chat. I was talking to Dele Farutimi, Barrister Dele Farutimi. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God! What a wonderful guy.
Yeah, we were speaking on the phone. But something happened, and it was the one who advised. I was calling him to say, "Can I get a lawyer? You know that the DSS they did so people. Can you recommend any lawyers?" Like, that's Nigeria for you. Don't fight for them. You see, those are your people that called you about what DSS just did to them. Yeah? They will be the one that says they didn't send you to escalate it. I say they're already planning to go and give them money. And I don't think that makes sense. Give that money to a lawyer. Because if those people say they want to give them money, let them go and give them the money.
Let them go and give. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was asking me about Showore that I would have asked him to call Showore because that is the one that can give them a lot of trouble. But last, people are going to say they didn't send you. Why do you have to escalate it? You know what I mean? So that was another time we kind of spoke about him. And yeah, we used to kind of talk every now and then back then until I realized that it's never going to make it easier for people like us to tell people that Showore is Showore and it meant well. If you continue to pick on the opposition, rather than try to work your way in convincing even obese supporters and make them your own supporters. You know what I mean? If you can't do that, do your thing.
Cherry, Mr. Mayegun, if Showore can just be 50% of what Barrister Dele Farutimi is, he would have gone further than where he is. It would be further than that place he is. Like, there's something called, at some point, compromise. Compromise doesn't mean you are doing the wrong things. It just means that you allow some people to have their way.
It simply means that you can accommodate other people's kind of like views and merge it with yours and make it work. But again,
you cannot always be right. It doesn't work that way. You cannot always be right, though. It doesn't work that way at all. In fact, it's a red flag for anybody called a leader. It's a very big red flag. Well, nice talking to you again, Jare.
You try. So thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Baba. And I'm actually already having a slight headache too. Have a good night, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Now that you are here till this moment, okay? Like the broadcast. I'm going to keep the rest of what I wanted to share till tomorrow or another time. But please, as you are kind of like rounding it up, wrapping it up, share it, subscribe to the channel, and join me another time if you have that time. So good night. Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.